Sriramji, before we have to rewind our clock a bit. Please
Sure.
talk to us about what happened when Amit Shahji's plane landed. Were the landing lights off, or what really happened with the glitch of the power supply?
I think inside the airport on the runway, there was no issue with respect to the power. His flight landed safely. When he got out of the airport in his convoy, he saw a lot of people, cadres waiting for him to be people were greeting him. So he got out of the car. I think he has done that in the past also. During the day when he comes out of the airport and then sees his cadres, he gets down and then walks for a while and then gets back into his car. And he did that, and that is when the power cut happened, and then immediately security people had to rush him into the car and then take him to the hotel because of the security protocol. So the electricity power cut or outage could have been a technical glitch, because we have been seeing unprecedented power cuts happening for various days or weeks now, especially during summer, because of the high demand and a mismanagement for sure by the power ministry within the state. But the excuse given by the state government and the minister was a very, very lame excuse. They said that there was a severe wind in the airport area or in near that substation, because of that they have switched off the power. There was no cyclonic wind. Probably 10-20 kilometers or 30-kilometer wind. It was not 100 kilometers or something at a speed at which wind was blowing. And aircrafts were landing and taking off during that period from Chennai airport. So if there was a weather problem, the aircraft landing and takeoff would have been postponed or not done. So the lame excuse is what the government is thinking, that taking the people for a ride. Otherwise, the power cut could have been a technical glitch. All they should have done is say that it was a technical glitch, or there's a severe load, and then because of the power was disconnected, that could have solved the problem. Instead, by giving this reason, they disconnected the power because of severe wind. Ideally, the security protocol demands that the government should have informed their, Amit Shah's security people, either to keep him inside the airport in a secured area, or ask him to leave directly to the hotel, not get down anywhere. Neither of that was done. So, in my opinion, a technical glitch for which a lame excuse given is what is highly laughable. They should have ideally, probably an investigation had to be done. If there was a technical glitch, then fair enough. If it was planned but not informed, then sufficient action has to be taken. So that's where the government really failed while giving the reasoning for such a power cut.
Why are we even thinking about all these mischief, so and so on? That's because of what Mr. Senthil Balaji has done. Recently, we saw the income tax raid where he resorted to all kinds of cheap gimmicks. And when somebody has established a track record of being a particularly cheap in his mindset, this is what's going to happen. And with what face is Mr. M.K. Stalin going and soliciting investment from other countries when he can't even guarantee power supply for the second most important person in the country? Guys, there are two things. This is just, at so many levels, I find this thing objectionable, Sriramji, that, it's hard to, accept that it was a genuine thing. Airport supplies are supposed to be 24/7, no matter what. This is just sounds too focused, and it's something that Senthil Balaji would think of. Let me put it that way. Sir, your thoughts?
Precisely. See, inside the airport there was no power problem, but because there is a VIP lounge from where the exit happens, it is a separate corner within the Chennai airport. It is not the normal terminal that the people who normal common people like us, you and me, go inside for check-in and check-out in the airport. It is a separate VIP terminal is there. That's where VIPs are received, or they actually leave from Chennai. So when they come out of the airport, that road, Mount Road is called, that main artery road is where the power cut happened. I think that is where, that is under the state government control, and that is where the problem is. See, the one biggest challenge to me, objectionable thing to me is, spokesperson immediately comes out and says, even before proper data was available saying that it was a weather issue. So that is where they are taking the security of the second most important person in this country, is security, as a simple matter. They are not serious about it, and that is where it is objectionable to me. Power cuts could happen, weather problem could be there, but I don't think the government takes it very seriously. If there was a power cut because of the weather, they should have ideally informed the security people. If that has not happened, then it is highly objectionable and questionable attitude from the state government. I think that is what the investigation should be done for, rather than why the power glitch happened. Power glitch could have happened. That's fine. Accept it, saying that unprecedented power glitch happened, and then we failed. And then, of course, like you said, if a state is not able to provide sufficient power or lighting and the road power in the road to the second most important person, how could they guarantee power supply to the industries where they are going for investments? Absolutely a very, very valid point. But this is something needs to be investigated and closed down. If there was a breach, then that has to be addressed. Otherwise, at least the state government should come out public and then say that they made a wrong statement of saying that weather was the reason. Weather definitely not a reason, because I was pretty much in Chennai that point in time, and it was not there was no heavy wind as they claim. Probably 20-30 kilometer speed of wind would have been there, but not beyond that.
Sriramji, this VIP terminal is about half a kilometer away from the main terminal, right? I mean, it's a
Yes,
separate
yes,
access from Annamalai and in and out. I have been there,
yes,
so I know what you're talking about.
yes,
That
yes.
makes it, you can really localize the failure and give this as an excuse. It's they have to be clean, come clean with it.
Exactly.
Sriramji, about 6 months or 8 months ago, Mr. Thangam Tennarasu, who was the industries minister, he came soliciting investment in Bay Area.
Mm.
And at that time, a few weeks before that, this DMK spokesperson called Rajiv Gandhi said that there should be genocide of Brahmins.
Brahmins.
And when he was there, the reception was so cold. I mean, he should get that message, even if somebody didn't ask him at his face, to his face. You are saying you are going to kill somebody, and
Right.
you want us to come and invest that. Somebody should have asked this question. I don't know if this question was asked or not, but what I'm trying to say is, whatever foreign trips these DMK ministers, including the chief minister, is planning, it is all gas, bogus. This guy went
Right.
to Japan because if he went directly to Singapore, they would say, oh, he's going there to do some money laundering or whatever. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Sriramji, please let me know whether this trip of Mr. M.K. Stalin was a business trip or was it something else?
Um, a business trip, probably you could term it as a business trip. It's a question of business for whom, right? For the state or for the family. I think that to that extent, you could definitely call it as a business trip. And see, there in Singapore, prominently he met one of the technology company which probably plans to buy land, about 450 acres or 500 acres of land near Chennai, and that land is probably owned by one of the coteries of DMK. I don't think it is through, I think maybe through 𝙤𝙬 also. So he was just trying to get the land allocated for that particular investment, and because of that, he met that company in Singapore. Other than that, there is no statement from the state government saying that how much of investment is going to come. When he went to Dubai, they talked about 7,000 crores of investment that is going to come to India. It's almost a year done, and I don't think we have seen even a single dollar that has come into the state as an investment, especially on Lulu malls and then another iron and industry, rolling industry. I don't think any investment, monetary investment transferred from Dubai to India happened in the last 1 year. Here also, there's no commitment that was there, no MOU. I don't think there was any big MOU that was signed. And Japan was more of a tour. In fact, what wonders me is he had gone all the way to Japan but he didn't go and meet JICA, which is funding Madurai AIIMS College. He could have gone, if he was so interested for the state to get a 𝙤𝙬𝑠 college, he could have just met with them and then say, where is your investment? When is that you are going to do that? Anyway, of course, Ma Subramaniam clarified few weeks back that saying that, the investment has started coming in 2024 and then get completed in 25, some timeline he had given. But as a chief minister, he could have gone and urged them to do speeden up things so that, the 𝙤𝙬𝑠 college comes to Tamil Nadu. Instead, he went and met another agency which attracts foreign direct investments into Japan. Rather than actually going and asking for money to be invested in India, he went and met an agency which actually gets out foreign direct investment into Japan. I don't know. I don't see the correlation of the visit where it is said that he has gone to attract investment rather than he had gone to invest probably in Japan. I think because some of the agencies that we met was he had a meeting was precisely their objective was to attract investment into Japan. So definitely, he made a visit to Dubai. It was a failure. Made a visit to Singapore and Japan. No concrete outcome. Probably there's going to be an investor summit that is going to happen in the next few months. I don't see any major commitment coming from. As an economist, I am also into consulting business, counseling businesses to invest or start businesses. I see there is an investment climate is not conducive in Tamil Nadu. The investor confidence is not significant because when DMK was in opposition, they opposed every project that was coming to Tamil Nadu. Salem 8-lane road, they objected. Now they are actually in favor of that. Additional airport, second airport in Tamil Nadu, they objected. Now they are actually working to get the airport into Tamil Nadu. And Sterlite was closed. Various industries, Kolachal terminal, the container terminal project was scrapped because of the agitation that happened. Ideally, Sri, the place, Kolachal is down south near Kanyakumari. Very ideal place for a container movement, container management terminal. If that project has kicked off, imagine the economic activity of the southern India, both Kerala and Tamil Nadu would have seen. Entire shipping industry or marine industry in Singapore would have been in jeopardy. Sri Lanka shipping industry or marine industry would have been in jeopardy. The China, which is building a port in Sri Lanka, that would have become totally useless because the Kanyakumari would have been, Kolachal would have become the container terminal hub connecting the Europe, US to Australia and other part of Asia Pacific. I think that would have been a very strategic economic activity. Because of the protest, that also was stalled. So now the investor community wants a sovereign guarantee. Where is the guarantee on my principal if I invest in Tamil Nadu? I think that is where Tamil Nadu is not able to attract investment. I even wrote in Business Standard today exactly this point of view, where Tamil Nadu is actually getting into a debt trap situation rather than attracting investment and expanding on their revenue base.
One thing that I always have a beef with BJP is that they will do all these raids, but there will be no follow-up. For example, G2, whatever the G2 company, according to my information, Sriramji, these guys, whether it's DMK or to a lesser extent AIDMK, they basically go and grab land. They are purposely, they are looking at people who have had lands, who have been well off in India, but whose children have relocated to US or abroad. These are the first to pray. That's the one that they pray. They go to the registrar of office records. They know who is gone, who is only the octogenarian, nonagenarian person is there. They go and try to squeeze them to giving it to the. This is both DMK and AIDMK.
Yes, sir, yes.
I would like, Mr. Annamalai, through this video, you have to come up with a 2026 plan of what you will do. I would like you to start thinking about using blockchain to make sure that the land ownership records are accurate. You have to go back to 1874, where there is an Inam register that the British created, where they have logged to the minutest detail in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, whatever areas that the British controlled, of how much land was deeded by the king for the maintenance of the temple. It starts from there.
Yes.
And this Inam register is available in the United Kingdom. Somebody has to go there and do it. You can start that work today. BJP has enough money. Start doing something different, Annamalai. Don't just go on doing. I mean, you're doing what you're doing is great, but I want you to do some real good for the people. This Inam register, if we can completely put it on a blockchain and start identifying this is what is the land, these are all encroachments. Let's find a way to make sure that these people pay what is due to the temple, because the temple money has to become something that the temple can then in turn start using it for the development of the area around it. That was the intent.
Yeah.
Let's start doing something serious. I'll be happy to give suggestions on how to do this. I'm getting a little going on a rant here, because these people are the worst in terms of land grabbing. And so Tamil Nadu sets the template. All the other states follow after a few years. This is Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. All of them are after land.
Right.
So this needs to be broken. And all that money has to be clawed back. This is not their money. This is their bribe. This their loot that they have invested in land there. And then they want to get projects. They'll themselves enrich themselves in two ways. One is by selling their own land at inflated prices, and then whatever else that they can hit. So this is a joke, and this needs to be fixed. Anyway, let's go to the next point. Mr. Stalin mouthed off saying that what has the center done for Tamil Nadu? Usual BS. So Amit Shah looks like he had a point-by-point rejoinder to this. Please talk us through what happened there, sir.
Okay, so the rhetoric of Tamil Nadu, especially the DMK, had always been that the center is looting money, the tax money from Tamil Nadu, and giving it to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, especially Uttar Pradesh. They don't talk about Bihar because that is not ruled by BJP now. A few months back, they used to say that you were giving to Bihar when NDA was in power. Now they don't say that. They say that you are giving to Uttar Pradesh for their betterment. So that has been their rhetoric. What happens is, Stalin, before Amit Shah landed, asked a question saying that he asked him to clarify what the Modi government has done to Tamil Nadu in the last 9 years. So Amit Shah listed several points. How many road projects were given? How many infrastructural projects were done? He listed to the extent of about 2.47 lakh crores worth of projects that have been executed. Talked about how many nearly 50,000 crores worth of Kisan Samman Nidhi given to the farmers. So he reeled out statistics after statistics. How many toilets had been constructed? How many houses had been constructed under PM Awas Yojana? So he gave all the details, or very prominent amount of details, not to the nuts and bolts level, but he picked up some top 6 or 7 criteria or category under which the central government has given sufficient amount of grants and benefits to the public in Tamil Nadu. He just said about 2.5 lakh crore worth of projects and benefits given to Tamil Nadu people in the last 9 years. He compared that with the 10-year tenure before, 2004 to 2014, when DMK was part and parcel of the central government, Manmohan Singh government. They could have demanded several things for Tamil Nadu, but they failed to do it. During that period, he once again listed that center had given around 85,000 crores worth of benefits to Tamil Nadu in a period of 10 years, and more than 3 times had been given in the period of 9 years to Tamil Nadu. Then the logical question all these Dravidian stocks now ask is, oh, you have given back, you have taken more money from me as tax, and then you have just given all these from my tax money. This is where the bullshit comes up. So, ideally speaking, center has given more than what they had taken. In fact, I can give a much more longer list where in the last 9 years, what is the tax revenue that the central government has earned from Tamil Nadu? That is the CGST or the devolution fund amount that they earn from Tamil Nadu, and what is the project value that they had given to Tamil Nadu is surpasses what had been taken by the central government. So this, unfortunately, BJP is not good at setting the narrative, not good at setting the facts straight to the public of Tamil Nadu. So they are always in the defensive to answer rather than setting the narrative.
Sir, when you mentioned bullshit, I am reminded the Dravida stock use a Sanskrit word without knowing that they are using the Sanskrit word. And the word is Kasumalam. Kasumalam is actually Kashmalam. Kashmalam
Right.
is two words. Kash means cow, Malam is down. So if you want to put somebody down, that's how they do. And they do this thing every day in and day out. These are people who are total ignoramuses. That's all I can say. And they say, Hindi kadeyadu poda, English vandam poda. What? You are also not needed.
Right. Precisely. Yeah.
So, there was...
So he had given a point-by-point rebuttal to Stalin, saying that even to the extent he had asked, saying that, okay, fine, we have attempted to give an aims, but when you were in the government for 10 years, why you didn't get aims to Tamil Nadu? In fact, for that matter, Manmohan Singh government never attempted to give more aims to any other part of the country, leave alone to Tamil Nadu. But the argument they make is, oh, we have world-class medical colleges, private medical colleges and public medical colleges in Tamil Nadu. Of course, yeah, Tamil Nadu has significant amount of public medical colleges, government medical colleges, compared to probably second to Maharashtra, I would say. But otherwise, large amount of medical colleges, highest amount of medical colleges, second to Maharashtra in Tamil Nadu. But the question is, aims is aims. So that is a brand image of that All India Institute of Medical Sciences has, and one could have attempted to bring it. So he asked that pertinent question, so they don't have an answer.
And he also looks like, as part of that talk, he said, my younger brother Annamalai, resting all speculation that Annamalai was going to be removed as the chief of BJP Tamil Nadu. What happened there, sir?
So, see, I have been talking about it in public, Sri, for quite some time. Within BJP, there is a huge amount of, anti-Annamalai syndrome that has been happening. One is SVE Shekhar is trying to create a Brahminical Annamalais against the Brahmin. He uses Uma Anandan as a scapegoat there. But unfortunately,
1 second, sir. 1 second. He's going to talk. We are going to watch this video. Go ahead.
So,
मंच पर उपस्थित जिन्होंने तमिलनाडु में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पूरे जोश के साथ गांव-गांव तक पहुंचाने का काम किया है, ऐसे मेरे छोटे भाई श्री के अन्नामिलाई जी, ताली बजाओ सभी लोग. தமிழ்நாட்டின் பட்டி தொட்டி கிராமங்களில் எல்லாம் பாரதிய ஜனதாவை வேகமெடுக்க வைத்த என் அன்பு தம்பி அண்ணாமலை அவர்கள்.
So this is what we are talking about. Please go ahead, sir. Sorry, we got the thing a little late.
That's fair. That's fair enough. So I think there has been a speculation within BJP that Annamalai is crossing all his limits, and then he should be put in place or replaced. And AIDMK, on the contrary, trying to work out sideline Annamalai from all the discussions that they have on. So even to the extent of many senior leaders from AIDMK have said that Annamalai is only a manager of a national party in Tamil Nadu. To that extent, they have degraded him. Even today, after Amit Shah's visit, today 𝙤𝙧𝙤𝙪, the senior leader, former minister of Tamil Nadu from the AIDMK, had said that
This guy likes to sing. This guy likes to sing. Anne, Sippai, Anne.
So today,
he's like me.
Today he just said in one of the press meet that Amit Shah and Nadu should control Annamalai, probably even to the extent of saying he should be taken out of this presidential post of Tamil Nadu BJP president, because Annamalai keeps making their life miserable. So Amit Shah put the conflict in to rest. So within BJP, he communicated very loud and clear, time and again, not just now, time and again, that Annamalai is here to stay, and he is going to be the face of Tamil Nadu from Tamil Nadu BJP. To people who are within the party but opposing, antagonizing Annamalai, once again the message was loud and clear. like to the people of SVE Shekhar and the coterie of SVE Shekhar, or even many other people. And to AIDMK, the message was very loud and clear. You can't discount Annamalai from Tamil Nadu BJP to have a discussion with national level. Even 1 month back, when Edappadi Palaniswamy went to Delhi to meet Amit Shah ji, the meeting was scheduled in such a way that Annamalai had to travel from Karnataka election work. He had to travel. So they waited and they gave the appointment in such a way that he reaches on time for the meeting to happen. So Amit Shah and Nadda and Modi had reiterated time and again that Annamalai is the supremo for Tamil Nadu from BJP. Whatever may be the AIDMK fanboys or AIDMK cadres may think about, or AIDMK leaders may think about, Annamalai is going to stay. Annamalai is probably going to make the decision. Even now, I've been advising that BJP should not form an alliance with the AIDMK. They should think about forming an alliance on their own, create their own front. They may not win MP seats. Even with AIDMK, they may not win the MP seats because DMK is still having an arithmetical alliance formula intact. They have not lost even one single alliance partner from their alliance. Maybe by now BJP moving away from AIDMK, DMK alliance may be impacted, may be broken. So probably for that also BJP should in Tamil Nadu should think of breaking their alliance from AIDMK, forming their own front, make it into a three-corner contest. Then the election is going to be very, very interesting. May not get a big amount of seat, but even if they go to the extent of 18-20% of vote share, and that's a big, big jump start. But Amit Shah ji is still talking about an alliance still intact. Edappadi wants to have an alliance. Interestingly, 13th June, there's going to be a district secretaries meeting of AIDMK happening in Chennai, where I hear from the grapevine that many of the district secretaries are going to pressurize Edappadi to walk away from the alliance. And if that happens, that is going to be a huge story. Probably we will connect immediately that evening to discuss about it here.
You've got yourself a deal, sir. Absolutely, we will do that. In fact, those of you who don't know SVE Shekhar, he's a comedian in the Hindi Tamil movie industry. He has also got a fairly successful dance group. He stages a lot of shows. It's comedy, borderline, slapstick kind of type, and that's how his shows are. Interestingly, if Senthil Balaji is Anju Katchi Annamalai, this man is Aaru Katchi Arumugam, because he has been in every Katchi. He's been in every party.
Yeah.
and he contested successfully on the AIDMK ticket when Jayalalitha was the chief minister or the candidate, and he became an MLA from, I think, Mylapore, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then he quit that. I don't know what happened. He quit that. And I don't know what his track record is as an MLA. That is the only thing that you can get from looking at what his, if he's going to start a new party, what exactly can he hang his credentials on? Even remember, M.K. Stalin was the deputy mayor of Chennai before he became the deputy chief minister.
Right.
I mean, he did something. He managed something on his own. So, kind of talk us through the political career of Mr. SVE Shekhar, sir.
So, SVE Shekhar, see, you made a right observation about Senthil Balaji versus SVE Shekhar. Only huge difference is Senthil Balaji, as long as he is in that particular party, he is very, very loyal. SVE Shekhar, even when he is in that particular party, getting all the benefits, he is not loyal to that particular party. That is what his credential is. So, SVE Shekhar started his political career, I think, 20 years back or 22 years back, he was in, he had been in DMK, he had been in Congress, he had been in AIDMK, he moved to BJP, and then probably the longest stint he has been with BJP. And he had been in the party ever since Pon Radhakrishnan was the Tamil Nadu state president. He had seen at least 4 state presidents: Pon Radhakrishnan, Tamilisa Soundararajan, Murugan, and Annamalai. And he has never ever got along with any one of them. Right? All the 4, he has antagonized them. All the 4 didn't even allow this guy to come near them. And if you go and ask him, he says that, Jana Krishnamurthy is the biggest tall leader from BJP. When Jana Krishnamurthy was the BJP leader, he was not even in the party. He had never been in the party, but at that point in time. And he is a great comedian. His stage shows and dramas, I love it. His movie timing comedy, excellent. But there ends the matter. When it comes to criticizing Annamalai, his hatred towards Annamalai is too personal. It's a personal ego that gets hurt, and then because of that, he says. And then there has been a Twitter space for last week, about 3 or 4 days. It has been happening. Only reason this Brahmin, 3 or 4 Brahmins get together and then say, BJP is an anti-Brahmin party. Because these 2 or 3 had been chucked out from the party in the last 1 year. And they say that Brahmins should not vote for BJP. What is the reason? They say that these people claim that Annamalai is a Vellala counter, and because of that, you should not vote for him. Bloody, it's a party for which the people are voting, not to the individual, whether seeing who is the leader and then whether he's a counter or whether he's a Tevar or whether he's a Brahmin. People vote for BJP for the ideological reason, not because of the leader's caste. For that matter, why people vote for Modi? Not because of his caste, because of his governance, because of his charisma. I think that is where the SVE Shekhar is missing the point. And SVE Shekhar probably was put in place by loud and clear that Annamalai is here to stay. Because SVE Shekhar was making a claim last week saying that, Annamalai is going to be sacked in a week's time or 10 days' time. He is working with Delhi, and then he has already talked to several leaders in Delhi to sack Annamalai. I think Amit Shah, when he came to Chennai, put that issue to rest and then saying Annamalai is here to stay. Whether one likes it or not, Annamalai is going to be the leader at least for next 3 years. 2 terms. Normally, BJP allows any state president to continue for 2 terms. His first term is already over or getting over because of he just continued from 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙥, took over from 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙥. So the 3 years counts from there. And then, maybe it's 26 or 27, he's going to be the party president. And then God only knows what is going to happen after that. So for 24 election and 26 election, Annamalai is going to be the state president. That I don't think anything will happen to this issue. So people who do not align with him, it's better for them to get out of the party rather than staying inside the party and then creating an atmosphere of hatred within.
Sir, viewers, please like this video. We made a couple of mistakes. First, we got the time off. We started 2 hours late. That was our mistake. Nothing to do with Sriram Seshadri ji. It was very clear. It was our mistake. Then when we started, we realized that YouTube was not active. So we had to go back and check something. And then we got YouTube going. Took about 3-4 minutes. So please like this video, because now we are going into the all-important question and answer session. We will trim the beginning to make sure that it is smooth when people watch it afterwards. But for now, let us take some questions. Thank you so much. Oh, last one. Senthil Balaji. That raids on IT raids, it will take a few months before the action can be seen, right?
So IT raids, I need to give a bit of understanding for our viewers also. IT income tax raids normally result in a penalty, not result in any other conviction or anything, not result in an arrest. And it may take up to 2 years. Maximum period allowed is up to 2 years. And what transpires, Income Tax Department will never ever give a public statement about it, because that is as per law. They are not supposed to disclose what was found and what is the penalty that was charged. Maybe the individual will can come out and then say nothing was found and then no penalty was paid. But if he or she doesn't pay of the penalty, then criminal action would be taken. But the interesting point is the ED. Enforcement Director, once the Income Tax Department through its raid finds a lot of cash movements and other money laundering that has happened, they are going to hand over that lock, stock and barrel file to ED. That's when things are going to get interesting, because ED will start questioning Ashok, Senthil Balaji's brother. ED will start questioning Senthil Balaji, and ED has certain powers even CBI does not have. If a CBI wants to arrest a person, they need to go through the court. If the CBI arrests a person and then within 30 days they don't file a charge sheet, the mandatory bail is given. No such restriction for ED. ED can, because it's a quasi-judiciary, they can arrest the person when they call a person for interrogation, investigation. Even there, they can just arrest that person without even giving a prior notice, and there is no mandatory period within which the charge sheet should be filed. It could be months before the charge sheet could be filed, and a mandatory bail cannot be claimed under law. I think ED has a tremendous amount of power. That's what would worry Senthil Balaji. Probably the IT rates, he will get, end of the day, even if he had to pay 1,000 crore penalty, he wouldn't mind paying. But what will happen is is when ED steps in. I think that is going to take some time, or at least a month or so before ED will start stepping in. And that's when it is going to get much more murkier for Senthil Balaji. I don't know how long the first family will be able to protect him, and maybe they need to let loose their control, and then Senthil Balaji would be taken to law will take its own course on Senthil Balaji when the ED steps in.
Thank you, sir. Let's take some questions now, please. Mr. Bharani Chandar wants to know, Shah's visit, is there going to be a churn in TN using anti-Anil Minister as pawn? What to expect for breaking the D-tax officer's lady's arm? Please do a video on individual states' financial health in future.
Thank you, Bharani. We'll definitely do state financials health in future. Maybe we need to take 2-3 states for sure. Punjab, Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal, because which is already in the, at least Tamil Nadu has not gone into bankruptcy. Other 2-3 states have already crossed their debt to GDP ratio above 30%. We definitely will talk about it. We'll talk about Karnataka also, because they will be entering that phase in another 2 years when if they meet all their promises. I think Amit Shah visit probably, I wouldn't say it kick-started the 2024 election campaign, because when Nadu visited itself, the 2024 campaign got initiated. The Amit Shah visit is in Tamil Nadu, Modi's visit are going to be multiple visits that's going to happen in the next 1 year, because Tamil Nadu is going to become important state for BJP to win at least 20-25 seats, so that they are in a comfortable zone of crossing that 400 mark. That is an objective BJP has. But churn on Tamil Nadu politics, probably Senthil Balaji arrest. I don't think Amit Shah need to get intervene in this. ED, when it steps in, automatically there's going to be a huge amount of disturbance to the current government. I don't know when, some point in time in future, next 1 or 2 months down the line, this is going to happen, when the first family will have to will have to actually distance themselves from Senthil Balaji, because the noose is too tight on Senthil Balaji. With respect to the income tax official whose hand was broken, there's an FIR filed, and then there's a case that has been filed, and then few arrests have happened. That something is going to continue. I don't. The police will dilute the case, in my opinion. They are not going to keep it a very strong case. But remember, income tax is a fraternity. They are a cult on their own. Attack on them, they are not going to forgive and forget. It's like a mob never forgets. There is a mafia never forgets. That's a famous quote in the US you guys use, right? Mafia never forgets. But the income tax also is like that. They never forget, they never forgive. Attacking their person, they are going to pay particular attention on Senthil Balaji and DMK from now on. Keep every transaction under watch. So I think, they invited this trouble on their own. Thanks, Bharani, for asking the question.
Sir, one last question before we go to the next question. My question from me, sir. Saravana Prasad Balasubramaniam. This man was a Sangh, he was associated with the Sangh, and he was a spokesperson who's been a guest on our Tamil channel, and I think he may have done one English also. Suddenly he got imprisoned. What is the status on that, sir? These people are relentless in trying to throw BJP or BJP, helping people in jail.
Yeah, so he was arrested, and then subsequent day, it's a day he was released on bail. A proper legal counsel was given, and then he was released on bail. The case probably is still there. The FIR is still there. See, he made a couple of without verifying unverified tweets he had posted. that actually caused, it's not a serious offense in my opinion. He posted the Pudukottai collector removed the Vinayaka statue from the collectorate, and then when people objected, local people and the Hindu Munani objected, the collector, who's a Christian, brought it back and then reinstalled the statue. In that process, someone claimed that the statue was broken. Without verifying, he tweeted that, and then they said that the FIR was filed saying that he tried to create friction among the religious from different faiths. I think that was a reason for which he was arrested. So it's a very frivolous case, right? Yes, this government is targeting anybody who is supporting the BJP or opposing DMK. I would say this government is targeting anybody who is opposing DMK, especially from the Sangh Parivar or a BJP support personnel, and they are finding any frivolous reasons to file an FIR, and then it's a sheer intimidation.
Sriram, what was the action taken against the said IAS officer? He had no business touching an idol. If there was a church and there was a figurine of Christ there, and if a Hindu officer went and tried to move it, will they keep quiet?
Precisely, no action was taken. That is where Hindu Munani and others are fighting for particular action on that particular collector. I don't think this government is going to take any action. I would even say one thing, if you visited Chennai Egmore station, there is a church inside that station on the platform number 1 or 2. And no government has taken this out because, I don't know how it got figured in small worship place inside that platform. And I don't know how it got installed inside. Did the railways allow it in the past, or it was there and on top of that railway building was constructed? Whatever may be the reason, I agree. The collector doesn't have any right to remove that which was been existing in that collectorate for at least decades. It's just not that it was installed by the previous collector. This particular statue had been there for decades, and that's when it was objected, the same statue was put back, reinstalled in that collectorate. No action taken here. Ideally speaking, the collector should have been taken to task. A memo should have been given, if not suspension, because the collector actually created a communal harmony, issue of communal harmony there, instead of this guy Saravana Prasad. But only thing I want to urge is sometimes verify all the news before you post. Don't overboard with your language, because when the state government is targeting these set of supporters, there is also we also need to worry about. See, one of the things is it's a family man. FIR, he may get a bail, probably not live in prison for long, but the FIR is going to stay. I think that is what they want to achieve. They want to intimidate any supporter by filing an FIR, filing a case, so that you go for a visa, you go for a passport, this issue keeps coming, and then that is how they want to silence most of the supporters in Tamil Nadu. It happened in West Bengal, it is happening in Tamil Nadu today, Sriram.
Sir, Sriram, this IAS officer is reporting to the center. He is appointed by the center. He may be a state cadre, but eventually the line of reporting goes back there. The center needs to crack on these things.
Yes.
Because I tell you, there is another story. There's another story developing, and I have touched upon this briefly, but I'm going to do a detailed one. This involves a former director of Kalakshetra by the name of Leela Sampson. This lady is a Jew. Okay, this lady also tried something similar to what you said just now. In Kalakshetra, there was an uproar, but she has been constantly tinkering with it. She wrote a wrong post, which resulted in the suspension of a very respected dancer who has now finally been, the story isn't over there. And what is Leela Sampson's claim to fame? You guys want to know what Leela Sampson's claim to fame is? She taught Priyanka Vadra Bharatanatyam. I would like to see 2 steps from Priyanka Vadra. Please show us what kind of Bharatanatyam you learnt. Because I think that's a joke. And that is the only reason she got the position of director of Kalakshetra, in my opinion. Because it happened in UPA time.
Yeah, it happened in UPA.
You have jokers, sir. You have jokers.
Very true, very true. And Leela Sampson during UPA time tried to, because Sonia Gandhi also, because it's a huge property base in Kalakshetra has, Sonia Gandhi tried to usurp that property also, thanks to some of the good Samaritans who actually patronizers of Kalakshetra prevented this from happening. I think there was one chief election commissioner, Gopalakrishnan, if I'm not wrong.
Gopal Swami.
Gopal Swami, interfered and then prevented such things from happening. You are right. Hari Padman, who was arrested, he was released on mandatory bail because the police could not file a charge sheet on him for 30 days. Within 30 days, there was no prima facie case, so he was released on bail. But 30 days of imprisonment and the mental agony, nobody is going to repay that, right? Return that for him. You're right. I know Leela Sampson has interfered with this Kalakshetra too long, and then still keep meddling with that.
There is a CBI investigation still pending against Leela Sampson that is going to find its way through. I don't know when. See, this is the problem I have with BJP. They'll start everything, will never end anything. This is the problem that Mr. Modi has. They can't finish a single investigation to the logical end. Just open, get some news out of it, and then get some of us satisfied, and then just go on. We all have memories of an elephant. We don't forget. Anyway, let's go on to the next question, sir. Rahul Rathod wants to know, even though we are unhappy with BJP's some policies, but PM's 2024 Lok Sabha winning is necessary in national interest as economy is ready for takeoff and security risks are high. Your views, sir?
Very true, Rahul. It is just not for the sake of national interest and economy alone, even for the future. Okay, there is going to be a significant change that is going to happen in 2026. Delimitation exercise of parliamentary constituency and assembly constituencies. So it is very important. That is why the opposition party is rattled that they want to destabilize BJP from coming to power. Because if Modi decides or BJP decides that they want to increase from 544 seats to 800, then naturally the delimitation, any party which is in power will delimit the boundaries of any constituency, which is favorable to them. So, which means because every 20 years this delimitation exercise happens. So, it will ensure that BJP will be in power for much longer than just next 5 years. Second important thing is, in the international arena, if India has to become the superpower, it is the next 5 years. If India has to get at least a UN Security Council seat, which is still going to be difficult because China is going to definitely exercise its veto. But there could many things that can happen within China that India can leverage. So next 5 years is very, very crucial for India to be in the global map as a superpower. Economic superpower probably will become in 2027 itself. We will achieve the economic superpower status, and with the military superpower, defense superpower, we are almost getting there. Maybe it will take another 4 or 5 years. But being part of the permanent member of the Security Council will actually complete the process. So at least we need Modi to be there in power, BJP in power for next next term at least to start with. But let me add the caveat: BJP probably will get there more than 272 in 2024. I don't have a doubt they will even cross 300, 330 at this point in time, according to my estimate. But if at all they are going to find any difficulty or any opposition, it is not from outside, it is within. What Congress did to themselves in 65 years of power, BJP started doing to themselves in 10 years of power. The ego clash, the arrogance, most of the things that we are talking about, that they need to have a relook at it. Big example is Karnataka. Unnecessarily they disturbed Yediyurappa. They could have continued with Yediyurappa. Probably would not have had this much amount of defeat of or maybe a drubbing defeat. So. I hear that in Telangana there is already a group clash that is happening with Bandi Sanjay and others. So they need to relook at their strategy for 2024 if they want to cross 350 mark on their own. So I think for BJP, the opposition is not going to be from outside. It is going to be within. That's where they have to be careful.
Thank you, sir. Next question, please. Thank you, Seeds of Success Montessori. You become a YouTube member of PGurus. Subramanian Viswanathan wants to know when the Eknath Shinde in TN will emerge. Will it make big inroads for BJP in TN politics?
Okay, I don't think there are not Eknath, there are probably Charnath Shindes in Tamil Nadu. I can count. PTR is one, Senthil Balaji is another, Kanimozhi is third, Duraimurugan is fourth. There are many people who is just waiting to pull the legs of the first family. It all depends on when is the last straw on the camel that is going to happen. But maybe Senthil Balaji may emerge as the fastest Eknath Shinde of Tamil Nadu when the ED cases start happening, tightening the noose. He may spill beans. PTR still, I am hopeful that he may spill beans. I hear that he may leave the cabinet on his own profession. If that happens, he will start spilling more beans, and then that will actually disturb the DMK. Is Tamil Nadu BJP moving towards that agenda? I don't think so, because they are hand to mouth to control their own internal politics. I don't think they are working towards destabilizing this current government. It is not advisable to destabilize the current government at least till 2024 election happens, because otherwise the victimhood will win. Will enable Stalin to sweep 40 out of 40 in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry put together. So at least there are more than one Eknath Shinde in the emergence.
So when AIDMK like Jayakumar and all these guys make noise, is it that they want to try and get a lion's share of the 40 seats? Is that why they are doing it? They know fully well that Annamalai is not somebody you can ignore in Tamil Nadu anymore, or BJP is not somebody you can ignore in Tamil Nadu anymore.
Couple of things here. Number one, both the sides are posturing for a hard negotiation. So that is one way to look at it. The second way to look at it is they want to actually make an uncomfortable situation for Edappadi. See, Edappadi knows very well he can't ignore BJP or walk out of BJP alliance, because except Edappadi, there are about top 10 or 12 people, ministers of past AIDMK regime. They have cases pending on them, the DVSE cases pending on them. That the moment there is a Department of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption case pending on them, ED can step in. Maybe on Edappadi directly it is not there, but if ED wants, they can actually find some intervention and then file a case on Edappadi also. So that way, Edappadi knows very well that as long as BJP is in power in center, he doesn't want to break away the alliance. At the same time, he also wants to look at breaking DMK alliance, because 2024 election, if AIDMK loses, probably the 5th consecutive election loss for Edappadi. Maybe small and big, but 5th consecutive election loss. And 2026 is going to be difficult for him if that same trend continues. So that is why he may want BJP to walk out of the alliance so that he can drag Tirumavalam, 𝙤𝙧𝙤𝙀 and Congress. Congress probably may not come to AIDMK, but if DMK gives them 2 or 3 seats, humiliates them, they may walk out and then go to AIDMK. So many things are possible. So he's still working out on that. So he's just fishing out on the, he's on the fishing expedition. Allow Jayakumar to talk something, allow Semmalai to talk something, see what is the reaction that is coming. Is there can they create the divide or gap widen? So all these things he is trying it out rather than just announcing walk out of the alliance.
Do you know Semmalai? He's considered to be the mentor of Edappadi.
Yeah, I know him very well. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Tell him he has done well. His Shishya is really good.
Right.
Pawan Kishore wants to know, what is the indication of Amit Shah's pitch for future Tamil PM? Is he hinting about considering Sri Jaishankarji for PM in future, which I personally like to see?
See, I think it is to the cadre to boost the morale. It is, at least in the nearest future, you are not going to see any Tamilian as a future PM. Be it Jaishankar or be it Annamalai, it's not the case. He was just trying to say that any Karyakarta from anywhere in India can become a Prime Minister in BJP. It was more of taking a dig at DMK and Congress, where you have to be the first family. You have to be part of the chief's family to attain that particular position. You have to be a Gandhi or Vadra to be the head of a prime ministerial candidate. You have to be a part of Stalin's family, Karunanidhi's family to be a chief minister. I think it was more as a dig at that particular incident. I don't think he is very serious about saying that 2024 Jaishankar or Nirmala Sitharaman or anybody from Tamil Nadu could be the prime ministerial candidate. That's not going to happen. It was more of a conversation within the party cadres and karyakartas. I think I'll leave it at that rather than trying to see more, meaning in between lines.
Next question, please. Thank you, Rohit. Rohit Shukla. Samanyar. Hey, this is our good friend Nagaraj. Nagaraj, your thoughts on the latest AIDMK BJP issues? I think we touched upon this.
We touched upon that. I will say in 2 lines, it is probably a posturing, number 1. Number 2, 13th June, there is a district secretaries meeting happening in Chennai. We'll have to wait and see if there is a pressure coming from district secretaries to walk away from BJP alliance. If that be the case, that will be a big breaking news. Otherwise, at this point in time, it is a posturing for negotiation. We need to wait and see.
Next question, please. Magnet Ranga wants to know, would DMK accept any such glitch if it was Stalin who was affected?
Let's just reverse this. And had it been AIDMK government, and then if Stalin had to face this sort of a glitch, they would have made a mountain out of a molehill. That's what they would have done. BJP, for some reason, didn't want to politicize this. But ideally, if I see that, at least there is an official inquiry that has to happen, because it concerns a security, gap or security issue for the Home Minister. So in my opinion, at least an official inquiry has to be conducted, understand what exactly happened, make it public, rather than just to walk away with a statement that it could be a glitch, and then they don't want to make it political. They don't want to politicize this issue.
Sir, if you ask me, I am seeing 2 messages. One is Senthil Balaji went down several steps in his attempt to try and become a BJP member. Second thing is they are going to fast track the cases against Senthil Balaji. My observation. Whether he says I didn't do it, it was a genuine, doesn't matter. Your track record betrays your mindset. That's what I'm saying. Next question, please. Cal 1932. Maybe SVE Shekhar should be having Brahmin community support, which can give him sizable votes. Agree with Sriram sir on his comedy skills.
Thanks for agreeing at least on the comedy skills. No, SVE Shekhar, when he contested in Mylapore after he stepped out from AIDMK as an independent, he got, I think, 100+ votes. Because Mylapore, the region Mylapore is a Brahmin-dominated, constituency. He actually lost his deposit there. So I don't think he has any big support from the Brahmin community. In fact, the comments that he is making is, on Annamalai is actually, is of not good taste. Even many Brahmins start feeling and start distancing themselves from, the spaces that he contacts, and they don't like it. They don't appreciate the comments that he's making. He is becoming very personal, physical, body shaming. I think these are some of the things. He's stooping too low a level, and maybe he has been paid to do it. That's what I feel. And then so for some money, he anyway sells his skills, right? Comedy skills. He enacts a drama for money. Similarly, he's actually lending his whatever popularity he has. He is actually selling himself for money to defame Annamalai. I think that's where even the community started distancing themselves from him.
Next question from Deiva Karthik. Is there any other senior BJP leader from Tamil Nadu working for strengthening the party except Annamalai?
No, I would say no. Maybe there are few karyakartas, but not a name that you could say. In fact, this is the saddest thing. Across India, everybody thinks Modi will win the election. In Tamil Nadu, people think that Annamalai will win the election. Nobody thinks that I should work towards winning the election or creating a big movement or mass movement of support, building the support base. In my opinion, BJP lacks that very, very, very badly in Tamil Nadu. They are not very prepared. People do want to have a position. Nobody wants to be a karyakarta. Everybody wants to have some position or the other, either a state level general secretary or some individual, district level or unit level positions they all want to have. I'll just narrate a story. A couple of days back, I attended one of their Thinkers Cell, event, where there were about 800, 900 people attended that. Even in that particular, it happened in Kumbakonam. Even in that particular, region, if all the members, all the karyakartas, all the office bearer attended, at least there should have been 2,000 to 2,500 people in that room. That's where the problem is. So everybody thought it's a thinker cell's event. So maybe a OBC cell didn't want to attend it, agricultural cell didn't want to attend it. It's someone else's function. So I think, no other leader is working other than Annamalai, in my opinion. At least, as earnestly as Annamalai, nobody is working.
Thank you so much. There was one generous donation from 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙤. Thank you so much. I think that was 10 Qatari Riyal. Thank you so much, 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙤. And viewers, that brings us to a close of today's program. Again, we apologize for all the glitches. We love your support. We requested you to like us. We went from something to close to 800. We were about 1,300 plus when we were watching. So just do us this small favor. As soon as you start watching our programs, click the like button. You will not go wrong. I promise you. There are also people saying that Brahmins are bashing Brahmins. I don't consider myself as a Brahmin. I'm a Kshatriya. I'm fighting in the front. And I'm fighting with just about everybody. I mean, the thing is, if there is something good, we will definitely appreciate the person who did it. If there's something bad, we will also criticize that. That is what is the duty, the dharma of a journalist. And we are analyzing all these things and we are telling you why we are also disagreeing or agreeing. So it's up to you whether you want to agree with us or not. But at least we are trying to help you develop independent thought. Don't get swayed by somebody saying something. You should be able to figure out what is the truth. That's all we are trying to do in PGurus. Sriramji, thank you so much. We pushed you hard and you obliged. And we'll again see you on Friday. And thank you so much, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar.